All right. Hello, everybody. So, how are you guys doing? So, we are waiting on people to get here. I have been messaged by multiple people that traffic is crazy, and then I forgot that this is a big weekend out here. Hey, how you doing? You here for the pop up? Okay, cool. Listen, I don't know where everybody at. Traffic is crazy, but it's gonna be intimate. We're gonna have a good time today. Good. What's your name? Katie. Taria. Nice to meet you as well. Yeah, so I was just online talking to folks too. But yeah, okay. So are you working on the book? What's going on? It's done. You got it with you? Oh, okay, perfect, perfect, cool. So then I can actually do, if you want me to, I could do like a live review of it and let you know. So are you trying to leverage it for like speaking and stuff like that? Not necessarily, but I'll say this: if it comes to that, I'm not opposed to opportunities because I do feel like later on down the line I am supposed to like speak before and so that's something I'm open to right now. Get it into the digital publication ebook and as well as physical copies. Okay, okay, so it's still on computer. Oh yeah, it's gotcha. In the Word document. Okay. Really, hey, okay, so I'm gonna just tell you how this came about. So I've been researching the financial markets for 3 years. Okay. So I've been documenting everything that I know actually works. So I put it in a book format, right, for novice. Gotcha. So, yeah. Oh well, yeah, that's definitely gonna be a perfect tool for like speaking and coaching, even if it's not necessarily like speaking per se, because I don't really classify myself as like a speaker, but I do a lot of coaching, I do a lot of, trainings. So if that's like an area where you have like passion for, it's a great one. Oh, okay. So if it's in alignment with the divine order, I'll do it. Right now, like I said, focus, get the book, yeah. This information, box it up. Okay, cool. That's what's up. How you doing? I listen. I was just telling her. I was like, I've been getting messages. The traffic crazy. Well, I gave you a video. You didn't see it on the Instagram on how to come in. Yeah. Yeah, you got to look into your Instagram. Let me just send a message. Yeah, people can find it. We've done events here before. Yeah. I've been out there 40 minutes and I couldn't. What? Nobody knows. Are you getting a text message? No, I didn't get it. I got a text message, but it's no. So why didn't you reply back to the text? It's no direction. Why didn't you reply back to the text though? I did. You did? I'm gonna show you that. Let's see. Okay, look, here's the text right here. That's the address. But on this text here, no address or nothing. Yeah, the address is on the registration where you register. What's wrong with putting it here? Because where you. I'm talking about when it text. One second. What I didn't catch is how long have you been in office? Like I know he knows been on stage. Yep. Yeah, I'll share that. Hold on one sec. Let me send this to everybody. There is a person. Black. Listen, if people can't figure out where to park, that's not, like all black to the door. Hmm. All right. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Mhm. Yeah, let me see. On the registration page, it has the address, correct? Yep. Mm. Okay. Two. Okay. Let's see here. Yep, that's what's also located when you go to where you registered on Eventbrite. It has the address there. So the Eventbrite website. So don't focus on WeWork. Focus on Terminus 100. It says we work on the building too. Yes. Yes, it says we work when you come when you're walking up. It says we work on the building. Where do you recommend people park? In the parking deck. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing any messages come to me though. Hello. Let's see. Maybe because the login doesn't work. Um, all right. For some reason I'm not seeing my messages pull up. But anyways, okay. So as far as being an author, let me make sure. See people over here. All right, comments. Hopefully, if y'all can hear me too, that's watch. If you're watching in, just go ahead and type your city and state in the chat. And so, yeah, hopefully they can. Okay, so as far as being an author, so I've been an author since 2012. Actually, technically, I wrote my book in 2010. I wrote another book. It was a public domain through a workshop I went through. But I wrote my book in 2012 for the purpose of using it as a tool. So I never wrote a book just to write a book or write a book. Wrote a book just to write a book, right? Never became an author for that. I became an author because I wanted to use it to build my business. So for me, it was a marketing tool. Does that make sense? So 2012, I came up with a book called A Vision of Freedom. And that book opened up doors. So where I was saying, would you use it for speaking? Because when you write the right book, what happens is you're going to have people that are going to be interested in your expertise because now you've written a book, hopefully in the self-help space, that's telling people how to do a thing. And so if you're telling them how to do a thing, the book is going to give them a little bit, but they're going to really want to hear you do it. Let's be honest. We live in a society where people don't really have enough time to sit down and read something for a long period. So the book gives them like the confirmation that you know what you're talking about, but then it's what leads to what's next, right? And so at the time I was in network marketing. So y'all know what network marketing is, right? You know, Amway, yep. So like anything where you recruit people underneath you, people call it pyramids. So I was in a network marketing company, and what happened was I had sat down with this guy who was a lawyer, and when he realized that I was doing multi-level marketing, it was like he was done with the conversation, right? Because you got a large population who don't really like the industry of network marketing. So I was like, well, dang. Because in order to get to, like, at that time I was making six figures in the industry. In order to make that type of income, it's a hustle. Like, it's a lot of work. So you still learn a lot of success principles. And I was like, okay, well, what can I do to get respect amongst people who are not in the bubble of multi-level marketing? And that's when I said, well, let me write a book. So I wrote a book called A Vision of Freedom that came up with, I had different principles like mentorship, goal setting, what to do with your money, multiple ways to make money, all that type of stuff. And then immediately I started getting invited to speak at workshops. Hey, can you come and do a workshop training on vision boards? Can you talk about goal setting? Can you talk, and all type of organizations, bridal organizations. I spoke at a real estate organization. I spoke, now BNI saw me as an expert before. If you ever go to like BNI type meetings, if they know you're doing multi-level marketing, they're not really trying to hear what you got to say. So it was like immediately giving me credibility in a space where even though I was making money, people still didn't see me as like a real business owner. Make sense? So that's when I wrote that first book. And then once I saw how the doors opened up, then it was like, oh, game over. So I did a workshop 2015, June 2015. I had about 61 people show up. And from that workshop is when I launched my coaching business. And that first event, I had like 61 people show, maybe 100 people register. I had 5 people enroll into my program. I made $2,500. So I was like, oh, bet. So hello, we over here today. This is my photographer, y'all. So if anybody wants to get some shots, we can get some pictures. Hello, hello. But yeah, so like 2015, that would be now 10 years this June. I've been in this space coaching. And so you see what I'm saying? So a book leads to more. I always say that the biggest mistake that authors make is they write a book to sell a book versus writing a book to sell. So you don't want to just have the book. It's what's next, right? Does that make sense? Got me. Exactly. Absolutely.
I am so blessed because I never thought about this. Now that you said it, I wrote my book, and one guy saw my book. Okay, one guy. This was when I wrote the book. A month later, one guy saw my book.
Right.
Paid me $25,000. Flew me to Red Oak, Arizona, to teach children chess. And I'm like, I'm just not thinking about what happened.
That book. It was the book.
I had the book out 1 month.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let me see your book.
One move at a time. Right away in chess and life.
Oh, this is perfect.
Jack
so
Canfield wrote the forward for my book.
Okay, you better have Jack Canfield, right? So everybody, I want y'all to see the book. Here's the book. So let me tell you why I love this, and I love your back cover as well. Because you have it broken up. So this is, you might want to look at this too. So what's really powerful about your back cover is that you don't just have one long paragraph about you. Nobody cares, right? They want to know, what are the quick details? What's this book about? Give me some bullet points. Let me get it, right? And then of course, with the title, How to Win at Chess, so niched and so specific. Now this makes you the ultimate chess expert. So anybody that wants to know how to play chess, that's why they're willing to pay you that money. And I don't know, I would even say that most kids that learn how to play chess tend to do pretty good in school. They maybe learn how to be able to handle problems better. So of course there's so many benefits. So everybody look at this book right here. Very awesome. So yeah, so what made you decide to write this book?
For many years, I wanted to write the book. I'm so good at procrastination, it doesn't show. So I put it off. And I just, some told me, go ahead and buckle down and go ahead and do it. And that's why I did it, because it opened a lot of doors. There was happening. You got a lot of opportunities.
Here, I'm gonna have you speak it to this little mic so they can hear you too.
I wrote the book because I procrastinated for about 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, when I wrote the book, the floodgates open. Next thing you know, I'm on CNN, I'm on Good Morning America, I'm in Sports Illustrated, I've trained over 100,000 kids. So the book for me was a business card.
Mm-hmm.
And when
Absolutely.
the guy saw it, he flew me to Red Rock. I trained some kids there, and it was amazing. I was like, and I forgot about that story. And I'm like, wow, you reminded me of the story. So yeah, then Jack Canfield wrote the book, so that helped me open a lot of doors for me. He wrote the Chicken Soup for the Soul,
Right.
and so he invited me to speak on stage with him. So I had that, and then just doors started opening, and I'm living my dream because I wrote this.
Wrote the right book.
Yeah, I wrote a book, and it's how to win at chess and life. So it's got 21 life lessons in it.
Right. Gotcha. Awesome. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations on that for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Well, look, it's us right now. Well, anybody in the chat as well, if you guys have any questions, what questions do you have? Did y'all hear his story? Amazing, right? And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to drop them in the chat. Any questions that y'all have now? How you doing? Hello. Yeah, just grab a seat, girl. Listen, I'm sorry. Did you get my messages?
It was I plead guilty.
Really?
Yeah. But the second email you sent was perfect. How you cleared it up. Yeah, because I told her I was down there 40 minutes. I didn't know what was going on.
I'm like, what the world? And then I'm not seeing any of the messages either. So it's like, and then on top of with us having the traffic and everything, I'm just like, what the world? This is just today. Don't get the drink. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, you can't win the stuff here.
No, and I'm here.
And you're here. What's your name?
My name is Tamika.
Tamika. Hi, Tamika. Nice to meet you. Girl, it's probably, I don't know why my messages are not showing up either. I can't see anything.
I got a nice venue for you next time you get ready.
Let me see here.
I left my backpack because I was supposed to,
Yeah, what did you end up parking?
raffles. And parking.
You parked in the parking deck?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Do you know what floor you on?
P2. I wrote it down.
P2.
Okay, questions. Any additional questions? Well, tell us, what do you do, and you have a book out, and here we have some people streaming. So
Okay. Perfect. So I can set this here. All right.
Yeah.
So my name is Tamika. My name is Tamika Gary in real life. So I also go by Tamika Blessings.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of different things. I am a published author. I actually was one of the co-authors in one of your books.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, I remember that name.
Yeah, Single and Satisfied, which was interesting. And so I just do a lot of stuff. I own a business called Stilettos on the Pavement, which is exclusively for professional business women to network, as long as it's mutually beneficial. And so I've been waiting to meet you like in real life. So I'm super excited about that.
Oh.
And about being here to learn with other people. And I moved back here from Mississippi and Texas right after the pandemic. So I don't know a lot of people. All my real connections are in Jackson, Mississippi. And then I'm from California. And I know I'm saying a lot, but my mom's from Los Angeles and my dad's from Mississippi. So I like to say that I have the best of both worlds. I'm a city girl, but I also know about the country.
Right.
So that is me, like in a nutshell.
Okay, awesome. And if you have any questions, do you have a question?
Not yet. I will have some though.
Oh, okay. What are they?
Okay,
We started.
All right, so let's do it. So I really would like to learn how to be profitable, right?
Okay.
So I've been looking at your stuff, and basically I want to be able to sell my books on my own platform, like on my own website,
very
versus Amazon and all the other places.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing is because, like you said just recently, is that you don't get that information. You know what I mean? You don't have them.
Right.
They get all your stuff.
Yep.
And so I don't want that, especially with me this is new to sell my books, because I've just been writing stuff and just kind of like sitting on it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I need to learn how to capture my own people and stay in contact with them.
Right. Absolutely. That's a very good question. So have you guys had those questions as well? Okay. So very important. So I always go into a tangent talking about selling on Amazon, Ingram Spark, all of those sites. Everybody wants to be on those sites, right? And y'all ever heard the saying that just because everybody's jumping off the bridge, you're gonna jump off the bridge too?
Right.
That's my belief, right? Just because that's what everybody is doing does not mean, especially for the entrepreneur who's wanting to build a business, that's the right way to do it, right? Because most of the time, and when you think about it, back in the day, the reason why we went on Amazon and all those sites is because that was the platform. That was where you only could go to actually print books, sell books. But now we have so many independent companies where you can print your own books and you can sell them yourselves. So I'm gonna give you one of my favorite printers that's right here in Georgia. It's a company called BookLogix. They're a family-owned company, BookLogix. And I'm gonna tell you why I love them. And then I'm gonna get into just everything you talked about. So I love BookLogix because number one, you have one person that you deal with. So every time I'm printing my books, I call Megan. That's who I talk to. And Megan has literally a count of every single book that I've ever written and any book that I've ever referred to her, because of course I send a lot of customers her way. So if I say, hey, do you have this book on file? They're able to find it quick, fast, in a hurry. Another thing, they do all the printing in-house. So what's powerful is that, good. Oh, you don't need a pen?
Sorry.
No problem.
I'm
no
trying
problem.
to get this down in my
Girl,
my
yes.
backpack.
I'm trying to see, is there some more pens over here somewhere?
Thank
And let me
you.
see what y'all are talking about over here. I don't
Okay,
know
got it.
what. BookLogix. So BookLigx.com.
And when you say here, I'm assuming Atlanta.
Yes.
Okay.
Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. So they're about a good 30, 45 minutes from here. I forget the city, but you got to drive on the outskirts. So they're family owned. I love to be able to talk to one person. And if I need to get something done within 5 days or so, books can be printed. I can go pick them up. They can also ship them. So what I use a fulfillment company. I do not print any books on Amazon. I do not push people to go to Amazon. So the fulfillment company that I use is called ShipZoom, ShipZoom. And so the reason why I like ShipZoom is because they can fulfill anything. So not just book orders. We might sell a t-shirt. We might sell any kind of merch, right? You might sell cups. You might sell candles. So for example, like when somebody joins Book Profits Club, we send them out a candle, right? And so anything, it could be furniture. They can fulfill any kind of orders you need. So it's a really great company to use, especially, hey, how you doing? Come on in. That's okay. Listen, that's my fault. Had everybody messed up. But yeah, so you can literally have them fulfill anything. So what I do is I use my own system. We have a white label software, but we also give it out to all of our clients where you can sell all your books on your own website. Now you're able to keep the contacts, keep your leads, which we'll talk about that later on. But that, if you are looking to use your book to build a business, you got to have that. You got to have the leads. You cannot give your leads to Amazon. You cannot give your leads to Ingram Spark. Somebody was messaging me just the other day and she was telling me, well, my distributor is Ingram Spark. And I was like, okay, yeah, but do they give you the email, the phone number of the people that bought your book? No, they do not. Just like Amazon does not as well. So they keep all of your leads. And not only do they keep them, they market to your leads because that's their job. That's what they're doing. So I use my own website where we also, if you join Book Profits Club, we give you templates. And today I got a really good special if you decide. But we give you the templates so you can have your own page where people can go purchase your product. Now, there is a tip on how I do that too, because remember, I never wrote my book to sell the book. I wrote my book to sell, right? Okay. So anyway, so when they go to order the book, they then get a notification, or then ShipZoom would get a notification that, hey, somebody just ordered a book, here's the address, and then they would ship it to them. But I wasn't doing that until I was over 50 books a month. Like if you're selling under 50 books a month, honestly, you can ship them yourself. And what I would do is I would just take 2 days out the month, the 1st and the 15th, to ship my books. Which, by the way, if you've ever gone to the post office with a bunch of books that you're labeling up and shipping out, you will guarantee sell some books while you're at the post office. It's a great way to create attention, right? So that is what I would do. So I would set it up to sell it myself. So let's talk about like leveraging that book, right? So just, what's your name again? Oren. So just like what Oren was talking about, you know, being able to use his book and it's gotten him on stages, that's the purpose of our book, right? We don't write the book so we can just make $20 or maybe even like on average, you probably make about 10, 15 bucks, okay? So I didn't write it to make $10. That's a lot of book selling to make $10,000 a month or 20,000 or 40,000, whatever. That's a lot of books. And just because you might make it 1 month in sales, is it going to continuously happen? No, I don't got time to be working that hard to be selling that many books. So my book is designed to be a tool to sell my higher ticket product or service. Now, does everybody here have something that you can think of what you could offer that could be at a higher price point that people would be willing to invest in? You have something in mind, Tamika? What would that be?
So for me, it's allowing us to help build their brand and market it, because we have a newspaper, a podcast, a radio station. And so I'm beginning to put those packages together so that I can make the money over here. Those are the bigger things.
Right.
But it's still doing what Stilettos is supposed to do, and that's promote professional businesses.
Got you. Okay. And so, absolutely, you know what? I'm going to steal their whiteboard. I'll just rewrite on it the same stuff they put. The great debate.
So what's your name?
I'm Oren.
Oren. Okay. And your name over there? Katie? Katie. Okay. I'm Tamika. Tamika, yeah.
All right. So let's get into this. Hopefully y'all can see too. Oh, make sure you can see too. Okay. Everybody should be able to see. Let me take a picture of this.
Yeah, an iPhone. Add mine to that.
Right. iPhone. Even though iPhone was tripping the other day, I had to like reset my entire phone because the update that was made.
Yeah, I was wondering what was happening.
You had the same problem?
I did.
And
Twice.
like my phone was tripping.
Yeah, it was freezing and everything. Right, the same thing.
They actually got sued for that.
Right. And I did go there, and I was like, okay, what's the next one look like? It was the exact same thing. This is why mine is old. I don't have like the latest.
Listen, if you just literally wipe your phone and start fresh, it'll start working like new, because that's what I did. I literally wiped it.
You wiped everything out?
Wiped it out.
Note to
What
self.
about all your contacts and pictures?
You can back
You
that up.
gotta have it, in the cloud or wherever.
Yeah, you can back that up. But I wiped it out, and like, and then when you use the cloud, are you an iPhone user?
I'm into it.
Clearly, you would know about the cloud. Okay,
But
the
some
cloud.
people don't use the cloud, even though they are.
Oh, for
iPhone.
real?
Yeah, because you have to be like, if you're not computer savvy or whatever, don't have the patience to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I'm not that. That's nice.
That's about all right. How y'all doing?
That's true. Yeah, see, you that young.
Oh,
that
what was
know
the
how to
name
do
of
all
his
that
book?
stuff, though.
Who is Jerry
Yeah, that's
Johnson
a
being
scary
rude?
thing.
Hold on, I'll show y'all the name in 1 second. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me get your book again. They want to know your book. Y'all got your. Here y'all go. Y'all see? One move at a time, how to win a chess in life by Oren C. Hudson, y'all. Look him up. C is for checkmate. You better have it.
Checkmate means you win.
Okay, so what we
I like
teach, and this is literally how you can build a business that allows you to make multiple 6 figures to 7 figures working 2 to 4 hours a day. Because my goal is not to be overworked and underpaid. The only time that you should be working over beyond 2 to 4 is speaking, if that's what you love doing, or whatever you like doing, that's a part of your passion work, right? So the first thing is what we call a hook item. Now, this is going to be something that you offer for free in exchange of email and phone. Can you guys think of a company right now that actually does this and does it very well? give me one, a name. What is a company that y'all buy from online? Amazon and Temu. Temu is exactly, I was going on Temu. I was about to go on my Temu tangent. So y'all need to go look at, first of all, Google right now. Y'all Google it. Google what is the net worth of Temu. How much is Temu worth? Google that up and let me know what you guys see. And if you guys have questions here, please do not hesitate to ask everyone. How much? 128 billion. Listen, 129. 129 billion. Do you know how old Temu is? 2 years. 2022 is when they were founded. So and that means a man started the company and now it's worth 128 billion, right? So safe to say God is no respecter of one. So how is it they were able to build such a fast business? It's not because they sell stuff. Because all they did was do exactly what Amazon does. It's just quality is kind of crap, right? All they did was build one of the world's biggest database acquisition companies that also retargets and remarkets to you. Just like what Amazon does, right? They know when you're going to buy something. Haven't y'all gotten an email from Amazon that says, hey, based on your previous purchase, we recommend you buy this? And so we send everybody to our Amazon store so that they can do the same exact thing, is say, hey, you bought Oren's book. Based on that, we think you should buy these products and services. And so where most entrepreneurs lack in business is they're not building a database. Come on in, y'all. Y'all were here earlier. How y'all doing? Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so you're not building your database. The number one asset that you have as an entrepreneur is your email and phone list, period. That's why if you ever go and want to sell a company, if you want to be able to get acquired, they're going to ask you, what's your database look like? Insurance, they always ask, what's your book of business? Because they want to know what is your database. So the first thing is, what are we doing to acquire names and emails? So y'all know what I did to do that? I have a free workshop. While we don't have everybody here, I still have over 120 people's names, email, and phone number that were interested in the particular topic that was listed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So just because they didn't show up, does it mean that they're no longer leads? No. They're still leads. The average person takes multiple times of you seeing them before they make a decision to buy. We're talking about 7 to 10 times. This was a couple of years ago. It may be even more now because people get sick and tired of everybody being the expert and not really being the expert, right? So we have to be able to acquire someone's information. So when somebody interviews me on a show, I get on a podcast, I get on the stage. Oh, you're amazing. This is great. How can we get in contact with you? Let me tell you where most people try to do what they do. I'll just erase this. They'll give them an email, right? They'll give them a phone number. They'll give them the social security, right? Here's my social media. Here's my address. Like all these different ways of contacting them. And how many of you guys have ever heard the saying that a confused mind does nothing? So you've literally given them all these different ways and just completely confused them. So now guess what they're going to do? They're not going to reach out. You have to be able to sell something that gets them to want to act and act right now. So whenever I'm interviewed, the first thing, when they say, Taria, how can we get in touch with you? It's not, hey, to buy the book, because how many of us also know that everybody's not going to buy your book? Just like everybody's not going to buy your high ticket product. But at least I can offer something of value to earn your trust, which is a free giveaway. So me doing workshops like this are nothing more than lead generation opportunities. Now, if I'm not doing a workshop, my lead generation is something like a free masterclass. Can y'all hear me online? Free masterclass.
You got an extra pen? Yeah, because we can't share his. But thank you.
Oh.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Right? Are y'all with me? Another free, what else could be like a free offer, a free giveaway that you could give to someone?
Masterclass or Zoom meeting or 3 chapters of your book.
Zoom meeting, group, not one-on-one. I would never do, because imagine speaking in front of an audience of 500 and you say, hey, who wants to get on a call with me? And 100 people take advantage. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? Okay, so this is always going to be group, or we can do a free chapter from your book. It could be even an ebook, like a checklist, but it should just be one of these items, right? So I always offer, for me, when somebody is interviewing me, like on a podcast or I'm on somebody else's stage, I say my free masterclass. And in my free masterclass, I talk about the mistakes that authors actually make when they actually launch their book. And then also the ways that you can get on stage. Now, guess what? I'm also not just kind of just mentioning it. I sell it as if it costs money, because it does. It costs you your most valuable asset, which is your email and your phone number. So, hey, Taria, this was great. How can we get in touch with you? Oh, interviewer, I'm so glad you asked. In fact, I have a free masterclass. And in my masterclass, I'm going to teach you the mistakes that I have seen 80% of most authors make, which is not getting them to the next level, which is not getting them on stages, and also not allowing them to make money. The masterclass is about 15 minutes long, but if you go there today, I'm also going to throw in a free gift for being here, for watching it on this podcast. The free gift, everybody going to get the free gift, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, wonderful. Well, Taria, how do we get your book? Oh, interviewer, I'm so glad you asked, because if you go to my free masterclass, 10kbook.com, once you submit your information on the next page, you'll then see where you can purchase my book. Okay, wonderful. What about your Instagram and your Facebook? Interviewer, I'm so glad you asked. When you go to my free masterclass at 10kbook.com, submit your information, get the free masterclass, then I'm going to send you all the details of how to connect with me on social media too. So I'm not giving you multiple different ways to contact me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So your free item giveaway is what you give when you have a cold audience. Now, does everybody know what cold audience means? And can y'all hear me over here? That's a little bit more warm. So yes, cold audience, they don't know you at all, right? So they cold, like who is Taria, right? And so we want to take them from cold exactly to what you said, to know you, but maybe not yet bought, right? So that's where y'all have registered maybe for the free masterclass. Okay, I heard of her, but I haven't yet paid for anything, right? So when we are talking to a cold audience, typically you want to be offering the hook item so that they can now get into your email distribution list. Y'all with me?
Yeah.
So now they go from cold and then they'll go to warm. Now, keep in mind, everybody that goes to my website, 10kbook.com, is always going to get an opportunity to purchase my book. And guess what? If somebody buys my book, guess what this means about this person? Anybody want to go? If they purchased it, what else am I thinking about this person, though? They've opened up their wallet. So the likelihood of them investing more, it increases more, even if it's $1. You ever seen where people will offer stuff? Well, hey, sign up for $1 today. Do you know how they do that? It's a mental thing. It's all NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Soon as I open up my wallet and I put my credit card information in, if this is good, I'm going to buy more, right? So if someone buys my book, and what's good is even within our software, you'll get a notification that'll tell you, hey, somebody, well, you could set it up. Somebody bought a book. Now, if you're hungry, right? If you, as Les Brown would say, you got to be hungry, right? If you're hungry, I can pick up the phone or use the software to say, hey, John, I see you just bought my book. Tell me, what is it that you're in need of help with? Does that make sense? Or you can have the software itself to maybe just send a voice message, or it can send a text message. Hey, John, I see you got my book. Let's get on a call. I would love to interview you. Now, I like to call sales calls interview. Okay? Why? Because everybody want to be somebody. So an interview, I'm able to ask you some questions about, hey, what did you like about what you saw? Or, you checked out my masterclass. What did you like about the masterclass? Is there anything else you would wish you could learn more, right? And then I'm going to go into my sales pitch, right? Asking questions about being able to find the gap, connecting to the gap, and then make the offer. So now you have your book. Now your book, we typically sell it for $20 minimum plus shipping and handling, but never below. Ooh, it cringes me when I see people, oh, my book is $15. Don't nobody have $15 on them. If anything, today we're not even living in a cash space. But if they are carrying cash, they're going to have a 20 or a 100, right? So $20, I'm never going below that. Also, I can do deals too. You can say, hey, listen, if you get 5 books, I'll give you one of them for free. But we always sell the book. Now, the money that we make from our book is not money we spend. This money is designed to go to our business. So I never count my income from my book as income. Book money is no money. Seriously. Book money is no money. This is not my income. This is what I use for marketing. This is what I use for my tools. This is what I use for anything that I want to use to grow my business, okay? So we reinvest that back into business. Now you have what is called a core item. By the way, your book is what we call your intro. And I'll talk about more ways that I've used my book if you guys have questions about that. But then the core item is your middle price. Now, for many of us, if you're in the coaching consulting space, easiest one is a one-on-one call. Okay? One-on-ones allow you to be able to do a call for a price point, 1 hour, give them some value, and then at the end of the one-on-one, you upsell them to the premium. So my one-on-ones, 1 hour, in those, what I would do is I would ask, what is your income goal, right? So what are you wanting to make? Great. What is your book about? Great. And then we would create a strategy over the next 90 days, what they need to be doing every day to hit that income goal, leveraging their book. I charged, at first, I started off $97. Then I went to $197. Then I went to $497. Then I went to $997. And so now that at $1,000 for a one-on-one call, I know everybody may not necessarily be ready to do that, but guess what I also found out by doing so many one-on-one strategy calls? Everybody pretty much, because I have a target audience. I know who I serve, and I know what their problem is, and I know the solution. So generally, everybody had the same problem. Make sense? So when I was doing these calls, guess what? I was given the same exact strategy. So instead of me, now, I only say this once you have done enough, because you have to first be able to do these calls to understand what your audience really wants. A lot of times we are doing passion type businesses and projects. We doing stuff that we want, not really understanding what does everybody else need. So once I realized what everybody, because I was thinking that people just needed to write the book, and once the book was done, okay, you know what to do. But not everybody understood that. Some people just in the mindset of, I just want to write a book. And then when the book is done, like I had a good friend, she thought she was going to make $1 million just selling her book. And I felt so bad because I mean, she didn't ask me for advice, so I didn't give it to her. But I just was like, girl, you ain't even got no major following. You don't have a machine behind you to make $1 million selling a book that nobody even knows you. It's going to be difficult, right? So what I did was I did enough of these calls to realize, and then I turned them into a one-day event. So then instead of being, let's just say $297 per call, I could do a one-day event for $297 for one person. I could do it for 30 people times $297. Does that make sense? So again, I encourage you though, first making sure that you have done enough one-on-ones so that you understand what your audience wants, so that when you do the one-day event, everybody is walking away with value. So what I started doing was a challenge So no, I don't partner with nobody. That's my trick. It's my event. So what happened was, so good question. I have done partnerships with people though. So I actually this died. Hold on one second, y'all.
What is that little thing? A microphone?
It is, but it cut off. It's because it's dead. Y'all can hear me now? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me charge this up real quick. So so workshops. How many of you guys desire to do workshops and stuff, right? So as you can see, this is a small intimate workshop. Where I have my most success is in the intimate. A lot of times we want to have these big, huge events, and those are not always as valuable because you're not able to touch as many people, right? So I started off doing workshops just like you guys see this, doing 4 of them per month. I come from network marketing, so that was easy because I would do a workshop literally every day, whether it was in somebody's house, hotel meeting, Super Saturday. There's always in somebody doing a workshop, right? So I went from doing an event every day to now doing one once per week. So you can do small intimate workshops. But then what happened is I got approached by somebody that was doing an event in Canada. No, actually I did South Africa first. So there was a gentleman who was doing an event in South Africa. I built up my network of Book Profits Hub members, been working with people. And I said, listen, can I bring some people with me? And so he said, sure. I said, okay, great. So we offered the opportunity. We had 30 people go with us to South Africa. Canada, I got approached by somebody in Canada that, hey, he wants you to come speak. And I said, can I bring, I'm that type of person. So if somebody invites me to speak somewhere, I'm like, well, can I bring some people with me? Because I know some dope people. And so every event. Now, what happened with Ghana, I've been to Ghana twice, and I've actually done an event in Ghana. Well, I did like a trip to Ghana with some folks. So that Ghana trip is actually something that we did put together, just like Dubai. And so these are opportunities that I'm creating for my clients. So just like how you want to create experiences for your clients, that's our number one thing, creating the platforms for individuals to speak. So I just, because I've been there before, so I kind of know where to go, what to do, and how I want to set up.
So when they approach you, so do they help you on that end?
Who is that?
Whoever you said approached you about.
No, they didn't. They didn't help me at all. So nobody's helping me with Ghana. Nobody's helping. That's my event. Nobody's helping me with Dubai. That's my event. So,
like, well, I think
but for Canada, all I did, we just came. So they all invested. I didn't get a commission or nothing like that. It's just providing that as an opportunity, but I would never do it again because it was not that good. It was not that good. So that's why I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that no more. What happened with the Canada one, it was not what they had said it was going to be. Like, there was no attendees. It was just the speakers. I was just like, ooh, yeah, that's not cute.
Are you promoting
Did it what?
I said that you were promoting it and everything.
Well, I didn't promote it that much. The Canada trip?
Yeah, I'm just imagining when you're promoting it yourself and then you have expectations when you get over there.
Yes, we definitely did. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be like, 100 plus people, but I was expecting some of the guests to be there to be not the speakers. You know what I mean? And that was unfortunately what was not the case. Can y'all hear me? Okay, y'all can hear? Okay. I'm gonna plug the mic back in a minute, but any other questions? You can introduce yourself too.
Okay, all right, so my name is Anthony Jones.
That's not plugged.
It's not.
No, that's okay. Don't worry about it, because I have to charge it. Yeah, I'll just repeat it. Go ahead.
Okay, all right, so my name is Anthony Jones. I'm actually a BBC member. I've been a member for over a year now.
Yay!
And what I do is I enable men to overcome grief and trauma by becoming stronger spiritually, mentally, and emotionally.
Yes,
Well, so important. Okay, so questions? No questions? Because if y'all ain't got questions, y'all, this is how we're doing it today. I'm opening it up for whatever questions y'all have. Until, we gotta come to the map.
Y'all have any questions?
Questions about the
I'm in
publishing?
graduate, so I'm in the graduate stages myself. Wrote it, I know
Hold
what
on, I
information.
can't get back.
Okay, so I was telling her, I already kind of told her my backstory, so I'm in the graduate stage. So where I'm trying to get to.
She's writing her book right now.
So I guess what I need to ask, what steps should I take to prepare for my manuscript? to print my ebook and my physical copy because listening to you said don't go to Amazon route. And,
Right.
You know, I kind of researched that, so now I'm like, what?
No problem.
How do I navigate?
So the question is, how do I navigate as far as getting my book printed? Because I'm saying not to go the Amazon route. So no problem. Okay. So first things first is I don't really push the ebook thing. You can, of course, get your book put in ebook formatting, but I like to have physical copies of books because this is a business card. So I literally made my book so that I can have it on me, and wherever I go, I can give it to people, right? So ebooks are great, but they ain't nothing like being able to have your dope book when you're out and about at a networking event, and you say, you know what? Here you go. And they're hitting you up like, listen, I'm ready to work, right? And this happens to me all the time. So my book, again, it's just an expensive business card, and it's not even expensive, right? You order enough, you might pay $2 to $5 per book. So that don't mean I'm just giving it to everybody. I'm giving it to people who seem like a quality person that would want to work with me, right? So if it's something, like if I'm at, no disrespect, but if I'm at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, I might not necessarily give my book away to someone that works at McDonald's unless they, you know, working their way on the next plan. No shade, no tea, I would sell it to them. But if I'm at State 48, they don't have State 48 here, so dang, what's my spot? High-end restaurants, which I encourage you to go, right? If I'm at a high-end restaurant and I'm sitting by someone who XYZ does and that, and I tell them what I do, if they're interested, well, they're more qualified. I'm going to probably give them a book. Does it make sense? So it just depends on the environment. Now, your audience may be someone at a Walmart, but at a McDonald's. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the job, but again, your book is a business card, so everybody might just go get it for free. Some people got paid for it, right? So let's talk about the publishing. So one of the great things about being a self-published author too is that you always can restructure your book, rewrite your book, work on the cover if you need to do it again, which my book, A Vision of Freedom, the original cover that I had it as changed, right? So that's always a blessing. So once you have your manuscript done, it's in your Word document or whatever documents you use. The next thing that you want to do is get it edited. So you want to hire an editor, or if you've got the time and you want to, you know, nowadays you can use AI, right? So AI can edit your manuscript for grammar and punctuation. Typically with a self-help book, you're not going to edit it for the flow, but like if you're writing like a fiction book or something like that, you might want to edit it for the flow, but I don't teach fiction books, I teach self-help, right? So I'm literally just going to edit it for the grammar and punctuation.
Wait a minute now.
What?
I was just thinking about this because sometimes I write, we have a newspaper, right?
Uh-huh.
So sometimes I write articles and I never even thought, instead of having my auntie who's the editor of the newspaper, that I could learn how to use AI to do the editing for
You sure can. You can go right to ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, edit this for grammar. You literally, I'm telling you, you can go right to ChatGPT and say, edit this for grammar and punctuation. Now, the only thing is like with a long manuscript, you would have to do it piece by piece. I mean, you can paste it in, but I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend maybe per chapter or subchapter if you're going to use an AI, right? Right. So, great question. Oh, they said great question. Okay, so edit for grammar and punctuation. Now, once it's done, you're then going to do what I like to call format it. I get a format. That's not really like a real book technical term or whatever, but yeah. I have a formatter. So we actually have someone that I've been working with for years that I do refer out if you guys want to know. But what they do is they take your book from 8.5 to 6 by 9 or 5.5 by 8.5 or 5 by 8. Okay? So this is standard book sizes. Most books are going to be 6 by 9. Most of the time my books are 6 by 9. I think this one is 5.5 by 8.5 though. So no, it's 5 by 8. So you see, this is a 5 by 8, and this is 6 by 9.
Okay.
Right? So you need to. So they're going to resize it. They're going to create your table of contents. They're going to make the layout look professional. So like when you open on the inside, you're going to have like the nice header on the top, the page numbers. You want your book to look official. Y'all, let me tell you something. If you want some, especially if your book is talking anything about money, please don't let somebody open your book and Pookie and Ray Ray formatted the manuscript and look a mess, right? And I have seen it. I've seen where the alignment is all off. The font is huge. Typically, your font, you're not going to have it beyond 12 points. I maybe have seen some people get, 14 is too high. It might be 14, but anything beyond 12 point is too large, and you don't really want it under 10 point because that's too small. And the smaller the font, the more intimidating the reader. So we are visual people, right? So you want when somebody opens your book for it to look easy to read. Otherwise, they're not going to read it, right?
And then for me, my people are seasoned, like, my age, so we need bigger font anyway, so that we can screen see it.
Yeah, but not too big.
Right.
Yeah, but definitely, even if you just fix the spacing and whatnot, but you don't need it too big. So your formatter, that's what they're going to do. Generally, an editor is going to take you, a good editor, if it's a self-help book, you got about a 15,000 to 30,000 word book. They may take you, mine, she is about 5 to 7 business days. 15 to 30,000, 5 to 7 business days. For a formatter, 24 to 48 business hours. Hours. This does not take long to do. So it's really, once you're ready to go, this process should be quick. So now once you have formatted your manuscript, you've resized it, now you know how many page numbers it's going to be. Now you finish your book cover. So you can already have the design of your cover, but the reason why you wait until after it's formatted is because when you resize it and all of that, you have to know what the spine size is going to be. So you have to wait until you know the full size. So what I typically do is when I'm getting a new manuscript, I'll have the cover designer to do the front cover so that I can have something to market as a marketing tool. I might even have the back done, but it's not finalized yet until I get this format. Okay. Now, ISBNs. Let's talk about that.
What did you say?
ISBN.
Okay.
So your ISBN, that's what this is. That's on the back of the book. Okay. Now, there's a website called My Identifier. And if you go to My Identifier, you'll pay for your ISBN. But remember, I never wrote the book to sell the book. I wrote the book to sell myself, right? So I'm not buying no ISBN, right? I don't care. Now, if you want your book to be in stores, you want your book to be on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles and all that, then you do want to buy your own ISBN. But me, I've never pushed it to be in a store. Only time I'm gonna do it in the store is if they're like coming to me, but I'm not about to pitch myself right now. It's not really a priority. So what I do as a little get around, I used to use Amazon where you can upload your book and get the ISBN for free. But what they do now, they got hip to it. You have to publish it in order to get the ISBN live, right? So that means that when you use the free ISBN on Amazon, then they can then resell your book for whatever price they want. So you'll have your book, you use their free, they'll sell it for $10.
And then I heard like if you do that route, you can only sell on Amazon.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I don't.
That's what they say. And that's what they say. Yeah. So what I have done is I'll use Lulu, which is also another printer, but I don't use them to print my books. Lulu is who I use to just get the free ISBN. So you can kind of set it up as if you're going to get your ISBN through them, the Lulu ISBN. It's just nice to have that barcode because it just makes your book look professional. So you get the ISBN, and then what you do is you go Google free book ISBN barcode. Just Google it, and it's going to take you to a website. Let me tell y'all, I'm going to Google it real quick. Free book ISBN barcode. The website that you want to go to is it Creative Indie Covers? Yeah, it's gonna say Create Indie Covers. But just Google this first, so it'll take you straight to the link. Because then what you're gonna do is you're gonna enter in your ISBN right here. And when you enter in, it's going to give you the nice professional looking barcode that you see on the back. And if you wanted to list price points, you could put the price in there too, but it's going to make your barcode look nice. So then once I have got my cover done, I've got my manuscript formatted, then I go to book lodges. I just send Megan my manuscript. I send her my cover. That's in a PDF file. And I say, hey, ready to go to print. Okay? Now, the only thing with BookLogic is you have to order a minimum of 25 books. Not a big deal, right? And if you want to go pick them up, you can. But they'll also ship them to you. You can have them shipped by media mail or whatever kind of shipping you want. And they're in Georgia. And I love to go up there. You can go up there, and if you want me to, I'll send you Megan's email so I can make the introduction. She's great, and great. If y'all have questions too, let me know in the chat.
I have a question. So,
hold on one second before you do that. And then for your ebook, the formatter, the same formatter that we use, if you want him to format it into an ebook style, you can. So you just would let him know. And let me see, what's the email that we use? Publish. Okay, publisher. I made an easy email so you can remember. If you go to publisher@bookprofitsclub.com. So in the chat, publisher@bookprofitsclub. He is the bomb. Okay, I've been using him for years. And so that way he knows that you came from BPC. So that way you will get the good price.
And then you said, let me know if you want the intro to Megan. Is that other person's name?
Yes, Megan. So yeah, Megan, her email is Megan, MEGHAN. MEGHAN. Megan at BookLogics, BookLogix.com. Megan at BookLogics.com. So once it's done formatting for the print, you also have to format it separately for ebook. So it's going to come in a different style. Now, there's different places where you can upload your ebook as well, where you can distribute it. So you don't have to distribute it through Amazon. There's stuff like which again, that's not really my forte. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you because I do have my ebook. The one I have used, not Book Baby, Lulu. No. That one I'm gonna have to look and tell you because there are multiple platforms where you could still. Now, of course, you could sell it on your own website. But what I mean, like when you send it out to people, because of the formatting that it's going to be in, you might have to put it like on a free site so that they can upload it into like an app. So they can read it like on their Apple apps or different apps like that. So, and you just have to email me and I'll send you what the link is. But you still sell your ebook on your own site. So what I would generally do is, let's just say somebody buys the book, you might upsell them to buy the ebook. Or when they go to that upsell page for your free book item, you say you can purchase the ebook or you can purchase the book, or you can even have the audiobook. So if you want to take it to the next level. So that's where you would just have it. They purchase their ebook and then you can be able to distribute it. Now, if you want to give it to them just in PDF, you can do that too, which is fine. But if you want them to be able to, because like ebook apps allow you to kind of like search for stuff. And so he can format it for that stuff.
That would be something I would want to talk about, because just personally, I wouldn't mind if you say, think of it for just like your advantage. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, with what your topic is in, which is in financing, you could also turn that book into and have a separate entity, which would be a workbook. So you see what I'm saying? So now you're taking it to another level where you're giving people more additional instruction on let's learn how to create these whatever the client
I
is.
created assessments for every chapter, so that's next.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Good. Very good. Very good. Okay, question.
That was, you just answered it. I'm like, what about the ebook?
What about the ebook?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
yeah.
just answered it.
So yeah, your formatter is the same person who formats the ebook. All right. Nobody has questions. They're just listening in. Hopefully y'all can still hear, right? I charged it up. All right. Any more questions, guys?
So you got any more books coming out?
Oh, well, we always have stuff coming out. But right now, honestly, my focus has been, we have Author All-Stars. That's going to be December the 6th. So Author All-Stars is our third year. The conference is coming up. We got all of our 50. So we only allow 50 in the magazine. We do interviews for that. That's the very first year. So first year, second year last year, of course, and then this year will be third. City of Atlanta awarded us with Author All-Stars Day being December the 15th. And now we're working on making it a national holiday as well.
That's freaking awesome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And yeah, and so what we're also, so for all the 50 authors who are in this particular magazine, we actually interviewed them. We wanted to make sure that they're not just authors, because again, that's the biggest statistic. 80% of most authors write their books, not do anything with them, right? So we make, that's okay. You hear though. So the goal is we want to be able to have people who are speaking on stages or on podcasts, who are creating other opportunities. We have one lady, she's launched her own a movie, or people that are doing stage plays. How are you using this book to continuously bring more value and impact? So that's the interview. But this year, we'll also, all the 50 authors will be recognized with a Lifetime Achievement Award as well by the government. And so that's another cool thing that you get when you become an Author All-Star. So that's what we're working on. And then just continuously creating more platforms. So Ghana, we go to Ghana at the end of the year. We'll be bringing a new year in Ghana, and our conference is going to be at the Cape Coast Castle. Do y'all know anything about the castles in Ghana? Okay. They call them castles, which is crazy to me because it is where the slave trade was taking place. So this is where many of our ancestors, some of them, this was the last time they were to ever see Ghana in these castles. It's very, like, every time I talk about it, it's crazy. I get very, like, chills and everything. So this castle that we're going to do it at is the castle that the Obamas actually came to visit while they were in Ghana. So the day before, we're going to do a ceremony where we're going to all wear white. We're going to do a ceremony in one of the rooms to be able to, just speak to our ancestors. And then on the next day, coming back as free people of all nationalities, we'll do a conference there. So we're doing a conference in Ghana. We're doing an event in Dubai. We're doing Ghana again in December because that's going to be like state, right? We do that every year. So I know Dubai is not the best in May, but I went in May 1 year for my birthday and it wasn't bad. So we're going to do an event in Dubai because we're now, people are expanding and doing a lot of stuff internationally. There's a lot of people living in Dubai killing it as entrepreneurs. So we're going to do a workshop out there where speakers will be able to speak. But what I'm doing moving into 2025 is those people who want to speak on our stages and platforms, you have to be a member of UPC. I'm only opening it to people who are plugged into the community.
Yep. So one question.
Yes.
December the 15th, what exactly are you guys going to be doing? I just put that date in my calendar.
Wonderful. So what we're going to do, we're not going to do a physical event because we'll just have had the Author All-Stars dinner. We're doing a virtual event. So all the Author All-Stars that are coming to the dinner on the 6th, we're going to be recording them. And then we're just going to stream live. And so stream that live so all the Author All-Stars can have their videos displayed, of course, on all the social media platforms. So it's going to be nice, a great nice way to bring more people in. We'll promote heavily for it so people can pull up to it. Yep. Thank you. So yeah, so that's what we are working on. Okay, so we don't have any more questions. Y'all are good to go? Everybody's great? Brand?
For the most part, I think you kind of elaborate on your marketing plan, your free master classes. That's the way that you market. Is there any other, like, funnels, right?
Yeah.
Online marketing, right? 'Cause-
Absolutely. So
Right.
outside of doing the free workshop,
Right.
if I am looking to attract new leads, it's inviting them to my free masterclass. So that's the primary place, the 10kbook.com, right? So if I'm online and I'm messaging you or well, I use Facebook groups on Facebook. So let's say I invite you to my Facebook group, then you are automatically added to my email list if you put your email, and you're added into the funnel system for the 10K book. If I'm on LinkedIn or Instagram and you're like, oh, I need some help, I'm going to send you to my masterclass. I'm not going to get on the phone with you. We're not going to do a one-on-one call. We'll say, first, let me ask you a question. Where are you at with your book? Great. Okay. Have you checked out my masterclass first? Nope. Great. 10kbook.com. Then once you've gone through the masterclass, then we get on a interview, right? So that's what I do. I funnel everybody to my free masterclass because I can't do a workshop every day, right? So that is a part of one of my free giveaways. But before I do a workshop, I'm always sending them to 10K book. If I'm on a podcast, I'm sending them to 10K book. If I'm on somebody else's stage, I'm sending them to my free masterclass versus trying to sell. By the way, I don't get on people's stages and sell my so I don't hear no more. But I don't sell my premium products on anybody else's stage. It's kind of disrespectful. It costs a lot of money to do big things, right? So if anything, I'm just going to acquire the people who are interested in the transformation I provide. And let's just say I work something out with you in advance. I might say, hey, I'm going to offer my $150 item. I'll split it 50-50 for being on your stage. I'll do stuff like that, which then gives them an incentive to push me for people to buy, right? But yeah, so online, I'm always sending people to 10K. So another thing too, a new follower. I gotta get better with Instagram, but a lot of times if somebody does DM me, I'm sending them to 10K book. But on Facebook, you can befriend me. I'm gonna send you a message. Hey, thanks for being my friend. By the way, you an author? Oh yeah. Like you ask the question based on the audience. So are you also a money motivator or money motivated or something? The goal is to get them to say yes or to be intrigued enough to say, oh no, what's that, right? And so they say, yeah, I am. Oh, okay. Well, what's your book about? Oh, okay. Well, I actually work with authors. I show them how to get on platforms. Would you like to get access to my free masterclass? Sure. Okay, 10kbook.com. I'm sending you to 10K book because now once you join my email list, you're now going to start getting emails from me every day. Every day. And you might get multiple emails because team will do it and they work 128 days. Right? Does that make sense? So I'm going to do, with the big dogs do it, I'm going to do it too. Nobody's going to complain about T-Move texting us 4 times today. So if you complain about me, that's fine. Unsubscribe. Good back.
And they usually have some way for you to unsubscribe. Like it's
Yeah.
really good on your nerves.
It's very easy. Just click unsubscribe. And that's what our tool does. Our software allows you to simply click, hey, unsubscribe. I don't want to stop. You just click stop. Right. Or on the email, you click the link, unsubscribe. But if you're not emailing people every single day once they get into your email list, you might as well say out of sight, out of mind.
Did that answer your question?
Definitely.
Do you have some more questions?
Well, I got to do my research. Like I said, I know this is the age of AI, and I know this new and upcoming generation, they're doing things differently. So I have to do my own research. Like I said, sales funnels, because I may not necessarily want to do all, just yet. But I do want to be able to market my book, and once I set that up, it works on its own way.
So sales funnels, in a way, you're not going to hear as many people talk about the funnel, right? When I call it successful, that's just a term.
Right.
That's just having it. Mind you, when somebody comes into my free book item, I'm not assuming that the next thing they're going to get is my book or the core.
Okay.
It's just meeting people where they are, right? So you might come into my whole database and you're ready to go straight to premium. That's why I like to get you on an interview. And so instead of calling it a discovery session, I call it an interview where then I'm able to even take content from. So this is what the new age is, content. It's all about content, right? But getting content where people are sharing results. So, hey, so tell me, what did you like about my training? Oh, it was amazing. Okay, great. I'm taking that and you introducing yourself, and that could be repurposed as content for social media. You see what I'm saying? So there's a purpose in doing an interview for them because that can give them an opportunity to get exposure because I'm going to share what they do. And then at the same time, I'm then going to go in. So tell me, where are you at with your goals? How much have you invested? Like I have a whole script for that too. So then based on what they tell me, I might see them to be a good fit for my premium product. So I don't have the core because I'm thinking that everybody will come in here and then they're, no. I'm meeting you where you are. Because everybody may not be, by the way, my client is not the one who says, I can only afford this. You're not my client. I'm looking to work with people who want to make 6 figures working 2 to 4 hours per day. So that means that I'm not servicing everybody and their mom. So my $20 item is not so that you can afford me. It's so that you can get in where you're comfortable. Make sense? Yeah. So my price point as far as my audience is not based on what you can afford. It's based on where you are. So, yes. But anyway, do the research for sure. Yes.
I was going to say that I was at the 100 Black Men function the other day, and this news anchor from WSB came up to me and he said, "Wait a minute," he said,
Yeah, I can see him.
he said, "You gave me your book 2 decades or 17 years ago." These are his exact words. He said, "You gave me your 17 years ago. Let's do a sit down interview with you."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow. Things take time to manifest.
Yes.
He had this book, and then when he saw me again, he go, "Oh, wait a minute, yeah." He gave, and he told me where I gave it to him, what was I at, and everything. I was like, wow.
He remembered that.
He remembered it.
Yeah.
Listen, and it was because it was a good book. Now, if your book was no shade, no teeth, it was trash.
Right.
If the cover looked like a garbage, if the cover looked like who did it and why, they would not remember you. Right. So it was all about the title. It's all about the promise. It's all about what because that's important too. And that's why they remember that. So that's, yes, I meet someone that I recently met a politician in Alabama. Oh yeah, he get a copy of my book. He'd been following me too, but I gave him a copy. Now we about to do some business over $100,000 just with him in business.
Right.
Because of the sowing of the seed.
Yep, what
right?
a lesson.
So now the key though is if you're gonna give somebody your book though, you need to get their information. Even if you're not scheduling a call, so you can add them to your list.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to wait 5-10 years. Yeah. I want you come on, right. Let's get on this list, right? So make sure now when you're sowing that seed, what's your email? I'm gonna just add you so you can just keep up to date on what I got going on. And guess what? You about to get emails and get tips.
I have like 20,000 contacts in my phone. But I don't have any people on my email.
The database.
Now I got 600 emails that I can reach. But I guess I need to somehow or another take these 20,000 people in my phone.
Start your database.
I wouldn't do that. Well, there's a couple of ways you can do that. So the question is, okay, y'all can hear me? Okay, great. So the question is, like for those of you guys who have contacts on your phone, can I go ahead and use those? Because that is a lot of money, by the way.
20,000.
Yeah, all of us have a lot of money already in our phones. It may not be 20,000, but you got enough contacts in your phone where you could be making a killing, right? Because they either know someone or they are someone that will work with you. So what you can do if you want to take your contact list and warm them up to the opportunity, you have a CRM. I wouldn't just add them to the text CRM. You export those contacts out and say, listen, I've got some things coming up. You're in my contact list. I want to invite you to my free this, and this. And then allow them the opportunity to opt in by clicking on the link. And then they put in their email. Now they've opted into your email. Because what will happen is if you just start texting people who didn't opt to be in a text messaging and you get a lot of opt-outs, you will get blocked.
Right, and I meant to do it that way, but yeah, so I can buy some software that will send them a message.
We have a software in Book Profits Club.
So I can hit all 20,000 with that same message.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Now you wouldn't do all 20. I wouldn't recommend do all 20 at one time. So what you do is like a drip campaign. So you might say, you know what? I'm going to message 1,000 every couple of hours or 1,000, you know what I'm saying? So that you can manage because you're going to get people replying like, what's this? You got to reply to all of that too.
A lot of people I text, I mean, like I probably say 800 people that I know, that I deal with a lot. my good friend Dante Lee, who I told you about, Black
Mhm.
PR. So I did with him. So I got a lot of celebrities in my phone too. So
Well, you probably won't want to add the
I mean,
celebrities to the
that's
list.
what I'm saying. I got to
Yeah.
be very strategic about that. Yeah. So yeah, I have like 20,000, and I have a lot of powerful people.
If anything, though, you just want to use it as a way to warm it up. Don't add them to your list. Just say, if you're interested, click here. They join. Now you're building up your database of people who are interested in the transformation that you provide. But really, where you need to go, like I honestly don't use the contacts in my phone, because just like you, I have contacts in my phone who are not customers. I use the opportunity when you're out, because you network. So whenever you're getting people's information, you should be importing them and letting them know, hey, I'm going to send you some stuff. You should be importing those people into your email database and building up. And a cool thing too, like even with our software that I love, is I'm able to track to see who's like really engaged. What's a good database? BPC system. So I'm about to make an offer to you. Can you still hear me, Demetrius? So BPC system is our software. You can literally sort people in the software based on engagement. And so what I would do is, let me just, hold on. I know y'all, if y'all want to come up here to see, y'all can. I'm going to share my screen.
Then I have another question on thinking about it.
Entire screen.
Because
Okay,
Black Friday is coming
what I'm
up.
going to do is
So
I'm going
I don't
to,
know if I should do a Black Friday something or a Cyber Monday. I don't
right
wanna
here in
do
the
both.
contacts, I can literally go here and do engagement, an engagement score. So I created in my software, guys.
Figure out right now.
So in the software, guys, I created it to where if, let's say, for example, they open an email, they get 10 points. If they reply, they get another number of points. It's really only 1 point per email they open. And so I might say, give me all the people on my email list that have an engagement score of 100. So that's a lot of opening of emails, a lot of, you are highly engaged. And then I might say that are not a part of Book Profits Club. I got a list of 500 people that are highly engaged. They just haven't gotten started. So for those people, I'm going to message them and say, hey, let's get on a call. Because they're ready to go. It's just something keeping them. So what I have to do is to be able to connect them to where they are, that distance from where they wish to be, that's keeping them from getting started to get started. A lot of times people are like, well, I don't know if I have the money to be a member. It's selling 7 books. That's how much it costs to be in BPC. Can you sell 7 books a month? Then you can afford it, which comes with the software, which comes with the access and the resources and the community. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So I know that those 500 people that are on the list, what's going on? What are we doing? Right? Because you keep opening, you keep showing up. So now let me push you to get started. Sometimes people just want to talk to people.
Yeah, that's
right? True. So yeah, that's what you would want to use. Now, of course, I'm going to push my software because we have one. So you join BPC, you'll have the software. Yep.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So I am, it's gonna be a big deal for me when I'm going for it. I'm trying to get my stuff together, and I'm just like, do I want to do something on Black Friday, right? Or do I want to do something for Cyber Monday? Without saying do both, because I heard you, and that does make sense. But if I were to pick one, what would you suggest? Without saying both of them.
I'm going to say both.
Right?
It's, I mean, honestly, yeah.
I get it. That's the same thing she said.
As a customer, I'm sure you put some of your card in like Friday. You get it for Monday.
She wanted to know about doing a Cyber Monday or a Black Friday discount.
I knew I wanted it.
Honestly, it's because even today with the Black Friday, they still on that next day or a couple days, they still offer the same discounts. So, I mean, they're both great days to make great sales. So why would you miss out? Like, why would you just leave money on the table? You just worried about the marketing of it all?
No, it's just I don't want to do too much at one time because, again, like you said, I have to be able to respond and keep up. And it's not, I have a business, but okay. I am one person.
So this is the challenge.
Okay.
Respond to who? Have you had that problem yet?
Yeah.
You have, where you cannot respond to people?
Yeah.
What was the problem?
The problem was that I didn't have systems.
Okay.
So it was just me, and I got overwhelmed because they were asking me too much stuff at the same time. And
So
I was like, then I backed
individually,
up and did nothing.
they were asking individually.
Mhm.
So what you do is when you feel overwhelmed like that, that's a good problem to have. Do a group event. So, hey, I'm going to do a webinar where I'll answer all the questions at once. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense, y'all? So, like, if I get a lot of people asking me questions, we're going to do a live broadcast on Friday for the Black Friday special where you can ask all the questions. And I'm only offering it for the next 10 people. And also, whenever I do virtual live events, it's always a number. So it's got, if it's live, like there's no replay, the first 5 people, based on the number of people there, first 10 people, you're going to be able to get it for this percentage. Does that make sense? So yeah, if you're feeling overwhelmed with so many individual people, if that is the case, then just do a group event. But a lot of times, like if you're going to do a Black Friday, it's probably not going to be for a premium item. Oh, that's another thing. You never see me really marketing my premium item on social media. Social media is all about what is called social media. It's about being social and telling a story. My goal is to get you from being a follower to on my email list. From my email list, I get you on a phone. That's when I offer my higher ticket products because I want to make sure, especially specifically my Speakers Elite, which is my higher tier at $697 a month. You can't enroll into that unless we talk to you on the phone. Because again, I told you I fire clients. So I don't want to have someone coming in, we do all this work for you, and you're not even showing up for your own resources that we're giving you, right? Also, another thing is like when you're selling higher ticket products, you don't want Cuckoo for the Cocoa Puffs to be enrolling into your $5,000 package. You never talk to them, and now they doing chargebacks. So I need to talk to you on the phone first, right? So when they get on my email list, then I want to nurture that to then get you on the line. Whether it's me or a salesperson, typically though, if you're just getting started, it's going to be you. Because you have to be able to talk to your people. I've tried doing a sales team. It's difficult having a sales team if they don't really understand you and your vernacular and how you talk. I don't talk very, I don't talk very corporate. I never came from corporate. So I don't know corporate lingo. I make up words. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and you just say, I don't know this word, but it's a format.
Yeah.
Right.
So I make up words. So when I get on the phone with a customer, they're used to me. They don't want to get on the phone with someone. So tell me, how are you doing? It ain't gonna work. No. Right. So that's why now I'm very specific with how you get on the phone and how we do the interviews and all that good stuff.
Question. Where is the restroom?
Restroom, yes, because we are about to wrap it up. So the restroom is here. We're gonna do a giveaway, and I'm also gonna let you guys know if you go through the doors right here, that double door, go through it, and you'll see the restroom to the right. And then we'll do. It's only 4 of us here, so we're gonna do the drawings, the giveaway. So somebody's gonna win a TV. Bloop, bloop. And also, I want to talk to you guys about Book Profits Club. So those of you guys that are here online, we're doing a special for Book Profits Club. So as I've been talking to you guys, we have our BPC program. You're already in the family, so you can't enroll, but there's something that we can still do as a special if you want to be a part of a special that I'll offer, okay? So one of the things we offer is, number one, is we have our software. And the software is literally an all-in-one software. I'm not going to go into all the bells and whistles of it because it's so much in it that it can overwhelm you, right? But if you decide today, while you are here, that you want to join Book Profits Club, you do get access to the program. You get access to the software. And I'm going to be throwing in where we'll actually design that hook item page. We'll design that for you. So mine is 10kbook.com. So yours would be something. And so typically I only offer this to Speakers Elite members because I actually pay my staff to design the hook item. So I'm going to come out of pocket to pay for it. So we will design your hook item, and this is for everybody listening as well. We will design your hook item capture page, which is essentially your website that's connected to your software. So you now have a software you can use to get all the people into your database, okay? And then on top of that, you would also get a bonus media article. You know, we provide media articles for our clients where it's a way to get recognition. Also, Googleable, because people still do Google you. And so it's a way for you to also get recognition on the World Wide Web. So that is what we're offering. Book Profits Club is only $147, 7 books. So if you can sell 7 books, it's $147 per month. on the gold level. We do upgrade to Speakers Elite, but today that's what we're offering. So if you want to do that, you'll also be able to get, and I see you are using your planner, you'll get this Profits Planner, which is a tool that you use with being able to set your schedule, identifying the stages that you spoke, how many networking, events you've been to, or events, take notes, who you've met. You'll get this, and then you'll be able to get one of these books. Of course, I have 10K book, and then this is a collaborative book I did called Yes, I'm Single, and it stands for Successful, Inspired, Nurturing, Goal-Oriented, Leading, and Empowered. And that's for everybody that's listening into. Anybody that joins today, you will get all of that. So you get the Book Profits Club program. We will design your first website, and you will also get a planner and a book. We'll still ship that out to you because I use a fulfillment service. If you go to thebookprofitsclub.com, that's where you can go to look at how to join. So just go to that on your phone, thebookprofitsclub.com, www.thebookprofitsclub.com. All right, so I'm doing it different today. You have to purchase, either you join the Book Profits Club, which will get you 5 entries to the raffle, or you at least have to purchase a book to get entered into the raffle, because I'm tired of giving away TVs and stuff. You got to make an investment. So if you guys want to buy a copy of one of my books, just let me know. I can send you the link right now. And then you'll get entered into the raffle. Hold on. Any other questions before we wrap up? Because I have another event I'm going to.
May I see your books that you have?
Yes. So I only have the 10K book and the Yes, I'm Single. What I was sharing is that anybody that joins into the Book Profits Club today, you'll get one of those, as well as our Profits Planner. And then you will also, we will design your first website for you. So you'll have access to the entire software. So if you guys have ever heard of like Active Campaign, ClickFunnels, Easy Texting, these are all 3 different types of softwares. You get all of those in one. So it's all connected together. And if anybody has any questions online, please drop your questions. And if not, we are going to get ready to wrap it up, y'all.
So give me your information before you go, because I'm having a big event March 2025, right? And it's to promote professional business women and what we do. And so I would love you will probably have this stuff done by then, because we talk about finance and whatever. So that's good. And so the name of my company is, I have to be clear about it, it's Stilettos on the Pavement, but you do not have to wear stilettos. Because some people are like, well, what if I don't, blah, blah, blah. No, that's just a good thing. Yeah, because I had some other women, they were like, well, I wear flats, or I'm a nurse and I wear these. I'm like, it's just the name of the company. Like, we're stomping the devil's head, however they want to say it, but it's not required, just FYI. And I'm working on redoing the website right now. It's a lot, but I'm excited about it. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 days. It's going to be in Stone Mountain. One is at a house for like meditation and mental health, because I'm a mental health advocate. And then the other one is at my friend's business. She owns a CPR business in Lawrenceville, Duluth. So it's going to be in there. We'll have vendor tables, speakers, and all that. I love you guys' information too, gentlemen. It's just that specifically is for women.
Listen, I always tell the fellas, just because an event says for women, still figure out a way how you can be a part. Because there's a lot of women-only events where men actually do participate.
Yep.
And it's great. So I never count myself out if I was a man.
Yeah, don't
always
because I have sponsors and vendors that are men, and that's how they get to come into the space.
Okay, guys. Great. So those are online. If you do take advantage again, you will get the bonuses as well, which is the one website and everything. And then for those who want to enter to win, you could just at least purchase a book. Did you get the text? I just sent the text.
Oh, you sent the text?
Let me see.
How to turn the right book into a 5-figure per month business, working 2 to 4 hours per day. What's that other thing you said? Your
You
journal?
got it? Okay, perfect. All right, you guys. Well, it's been a pleasure online. I hope to see you guys in and getting those bonuses. Bye, you guys. All right.
So